about emotional neglect as a child. So you are seeking validation even when this person is not yours. Like emotional neglect plays a lot. Like people are walking sicknesses. It's true. People, you think they are sane, but emotionally they are damaged. Psychologically they are damaged, and they are just looking on someone to dump it on. So all these things, man. I feel that they do some points. It's true.
And how will you do that?
But because
detecting
I was saying you have to find out because amidst all these things, economic challenge, all these things, people are just walking time bombs, so Tima. And so we should check on all these things. We digress a little. This girl, I think she should just move on, raise the child, let this man face his marriage, and go and find your husband. That's what I think the girl should do.
I see. Go and find your husband.
Yes.
What happens to the baby? They give birth to?
Of course. Say be a young pen who raise born one. And sometimes by God's miraculous way, because of our quality, God will give you a man to take care of you and the child. You never know. You never know.
All right. Thank you. I'll come back to you, Reverend Eugene.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice story. First of all, what I would say is that to be with a married man is not commendable. It's a very bad act.
They know, but they always
yet, actually, if you read the story well, you could realize that the lady really meant what she wanted to go through, because she knew, one, the man was married. 2, she fell for the man. 3, I should believe she should prepare for the consequences that comes out of it. Most people forget that in life, any mistake or anything you do, you're going to pay for it. What you reap what you sow. So whatever she's going through now, I don't even understand why she's even crying. Because a lady at the age of 25 years, by now you should put yourself into something meaningful. At least a lady with the age 25 years as a waitress, if you had educated yourself or you learned some. I just want to correct something.
The thing is, you don't know her where she grew up from.
That's what I'm saying. That at the age of that 25 years, meeting even somebody, you could have solicited for help or for funds that could have helped you move forward in life.
What if solicitation?
That's okay. But rather than you pushing yourself to a level where you just want to have an affair with a married man, I'm realizing that per the story, the lady wanted he felt pity for the man because he realized the man has married for 5 years and he has no kid.
My problem is, Rev, this is it. Why would the man even go and tell her that I've been married for 5 years and I don't have a child?
So
a restaurant waitress that is just a friend.
It seems we are even only on the lady, but I see cheating. Even married men must take a clue out of this, that it's not good to cheat. When you cheat, you break a lot of things. Trust. As we speak here, what they are even going through financially could be as a result of the clean heart of the wife.
I'm telling you, yeah.
What they are going through now could be as a result of a certain prayer the woman is praying somewhere. So, young ladies and married people, please, they need to pick great advice out of what we are discussing this evening. That be content with what you have, because there's a lot of dangers in cheating. And this man, today you are having a financial difficulty. When is that financial difficulty going to be worked out? I will advise the lady to keep the pregnancy. Abortion is out of it. She shouldn't try that. As for that one, nobody will advise it, I doubt. So, she should keep the she should keep the pregnancy. Yeah, she should keep the pregnancy and solicit for funds from family, friends, and people, so that she can be able to take care of herself after the 9 months and deliver. But she should advise herself. If you read the story carefully, you could realize that she was even trying to make a note that she wants to go for a divorce. Then the two of them will see what they will do with their life. So that means the lady herself, she's not even ready to she's ready to enjoy the man till the end, even if they abort and there's a little dependency in finances. I think the lady will be pregnant again. So the lady should advise herself. What doesn't belong to you, sometimes it's so risky to get close to it. And the young ones must come to understand that in this life, anything you go into it, you face the consequence of it. All of us are sitting here as a result of what we did some years ago. So what we did some years ago is what has led to where we are today. So if you check your life and put your things right, I believe that she'll learn a lesson out of this. Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
I'll come back to you. It's
Good.
not easy. Anyway, she's listening. Let me go to prophetical.
Thank you very much, Tima. Memfa inchia kesema me mame. Ama JB Wareshe ya menshia. Na ontononkom. Na menchia me papa so a orite Alhaji Adams ya menshia. Na yetiefu ina wote yen enyimbi. Ya menshia obia. 2 Samuel chapter 12 verse 24. David had killed Uriel and taken Bathsheba as a wife. And after taking or going into Bathsheba, Bathsheba had a child for David. And the Bible says that that child died. David fasted and prayed, and yet the child died. But in chapter 12 of verse 24, and David comforted Bathsheba his wife, and went into her again, and lay with her. And she bare a son, and he called his name Solomon. And the Lord loved him. Amen.
Amen.
This boy Solomon is a product of a man slaughtered who was killed by a prophet and a king. And even after the child died, I was thinking maybe David will repent and take Bathsheba back to the family. But he took her as a wife. The second child became what Bible refers to as the wisest man on earth.
And the richest.
And the richest. To whom Queen Sheba
came all the way from
was so
Ethiopia.
amazed with his wisdom. What am I saying? In life we make mistakes. Everybody listening to us, including myself, we make mistakes. The young lady listening to me, I am speaking for myself as Prophet Eko Daniels. You are not the first to make that mistake. You will not be the last to make that mistake. The only problem with the Gen Z generation is that the Gen Z generation does not appreciate the ancient ways and the ancient path. Number two, the Gen Z generation does not appreciate the process of life. We don't understand, or they don't understand that life is a process. So in spirituality, which I prefer to call myself such, you don't jump classes. If you are in class 1 and you go to class 5, you will come back to class 1 at the end of the day. The woman does not need to pray any special prayer. Uriel didn't pray any prayer against David. When he was killed, God gave him Solomon. You understand? But you see, if David went through the consequences of that action, even though he had Solomon, he was disqualified from building a house for the Lord. So, my dear sister, you are blessed. In fact, I know people who give everything for a child, who give everything they have today in life for that child she's carrying, but they don't have it. So first of all, you are so blessed to have a child. for your mistake of having it with someone's husband, I'm so sorry it happened that way, but you are not the first. Chairman David also did that mistake. But don't touch the child. That child can become the president of this country. That child may be your only child you will ever have. That child may be the reason why you met that man. That child, God works in mysterious ways. I am not God. If God knows everything, then God knew that this lady will one day commit this mistake. So I believe that there's a provision made for rescue in the name of mercy. But the most important thing for the married man is that he will also have to go through his consequences for his decisions. Life is choices and decisions. Whichever choice you make, whichever decision you make, you will go through the pain or the glory. It's seed time and harvest. It has got nothing to do with your prayer. You can pray 2,000 hours, it won't change it. See, why are you laughing, Tima? your prayer life would not change the seed time and harvest. These are principles and precepts that are older than you. So the moment you are listening to us now, the moment you conceive a thought and you decide to follow that thought with an action, understand that you will pay either by pain or by glory. Okay. But you see, it is not only married men who are cheating. Yeah. Married women are also cheating. So married women can also convince young men, especially those who are going to the gym with 6 packs. Yeah, the way.
But married women, some married women are also getting pregnant for even men that they are not married.
That's what I'm saying. So
I heard some on TV and
so
3FM today.
Yeah. So the way you said earlier that the way the men can convince the woman.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So the woman can also convince the men, and then
I said some.
So some. Yeah. So some of the women too who are married, they are able to convince the young guy so much that the young guy is jobless. And the only job he can do is to service the woman. And he also end up impregnating somebody's wife and the
they
consequences.
Will give birth for the husband.
Yes, and
everything.
Yeah, so these things are happening, but it all boils down to the fact that this Gen Z generation don't understand how to go hungry. They don't like to go hungry.
Fast food generation.
They don't understand what it means to see pain and find glory from it. You understand? Okay. You see, baby, I will be eaten. Nyama yehun na nyama yati na ma yehun mo mu tu si da me okay. Pachate mase ma mehu mamanga samede mano e tasty bi ena mama to masum ofam kofo abrabo hon da ma abrabo ya ye boy se eto wobo na ebon kakra nkra na nya wutu sidi nese is na asumdwi mu a it is better than looking at people who are on social media and taking them as role models when you have no idea
what they are doing behind
how they made what they are making. People are pounding babies.
They don't like natural. Say if you're too real, they'll insult you. They'll say, "Oh,
yeah," because it's because they don't know. You see. And that's why we have to tell people the truth. People are pounding babies. I know people who have come to tell me that this person has pounded a baby and mixed it with a cream to get favor. I'm telling you, it's happening here.
And how can you sleep?
I know that it doesn't matter.
God, thank you.
So you see,
going through this.
So you see, so when you know some of these things, it will help you become humble.
Is not from God. Those people, it doesn't get anywhere.
But the thing
the
is,
pure favor from God, no, when it comes, you see, you get too many enemies.
Yeah.
Like people will be fighting to take things that belongs to you, and you'll be struggling in some part of your life, and people think, "Hey, undo baby," but it's only God that knows. The real ones they don't see.
Yeah, my American as youth, and understand that, right? And maybe here I'm a young lady, Billy Casa, and she was telling me, She's, I think, 21. I don't want to mention it. I'm 21 or something, or 20. She's so stressed. She's so stressed. I said, what is your stress? At 20 or 20, what is your stress? He said, it's the this one that I'm doing. I said, you are just young. Go through the process. God is teaching you something. That's in future, when you look back, you will appreciate what patience means.
Okay.
See, until the mother nasa, Tima, generation ya will be them Gen Z generation, whatever
Corona
it
baby.
means. It is extremely dangerous.
True.
It's not just about advising. It's about telling people what true spirituality means. That Mame, Mary ye, about the winning marchano, that should be able to your cow. Nashana hunde benyin. You won't remain 20 forever. You won't remain 30 forever. And baby baba, busy 50, busy 60. And you'll be shocked what can happen to you at that age. Then you will look back and realize that as my Bible came, what the book of Sirach Moon, that the life of a human being is just like the wind. It's
All right. Thank you so much. I'll come back to you. Kupali.
And good evening to your listeners.
Good evening.
Tima, looking at this story, well, I don't think the baby is the issue, but rather it's financial issue. It's the reason why they want to get rid of the child. My advice to the young girl is very simple. If she can advise the man to go and apologize to the wife, the man will bounce back.
The wife doesn't know.
Yes.
If the side chick.
The side should
So
advise the man
okay.
to go and apologize to the wife
Wow.
and confess his sin. Say, "Yema yeni."
From Bonichem.
Oh, the man of God here. Most of the churches say, most of them are. And one thing is this: aside you seeing them there praying for husbands and jobs, majority of them are praying for their husband to do well.
Yeah.
It's true.
I get it. So imagine the man you are fasting and praying for. Only scare could only scare occupy. But from what the girl was saying,
When they work at
from what the girl was saying, the man has invited her to a lot of parties. I'm not a lot of parties.
Okay. Yeah.
Having a good time. and
Good
all.
time. Then you know, just kind of feeling the
Nyame
year
yɛ
were
tu-
infa.
nyame yɛ tu ɛneka.
Yeah.
Well,
That one.
until all advise a man to go to
Report
to
you,
the wife.
Chaneka.
To the wife. Because sometimes, you know,
You report you so.
the year empire bono, bet master nyama be brave.
And
that's
sometimes
true.
ɛwɔ deɛ bɛma no so catch her no.
But
You
is
Let-
it,
no.
Me mama Kupali in
yes,
Mesremo.
yes,
Then
yes.
when we finish, we start. We'll come.
And you know, you see, and to my fellow men out there, if you are married and then you know, say, won't mention also, you want to do things, discuss it with your wife.
Hey.
Yes, it's very important. Let's say, for instance, I'm married to Celeste Brown for a year now. She is hardworking, beautiful, caring, understanding. I mean, the best cook. But she can't fuck me the way I want to be fucked. She can't even suck my dick, lick my balls how I want it. She can't even ride me for me to come. It's affecting our marriage. But don't know, me being cheaty, I have to go to my wife. Although, 1, 2, 3, 4. A high Intebeya, a pesanka.
How about you guys learning together?
Relax. What if Obano on Timmy or who?
Kupali, what if say
Kupali,
you
Omai
tell bars of a bars?
Yeah,
Okay, what if
yeah.
say it's good you communicate. That's the most important
Yeah.
thing. One communicate here, any one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
who communicate here? What if say okay? No one can say anything. What can you do to save this marriage? Ebi obeka so besia. So when sia and then the oba back and obeka say end. Do you get it?
On say,
okay?
I was say,
No,
No.
make us say we will
At
take
least
it
you are
from there.
justified.
No,
before you do it, let's all discuss it.
Kupali, how can you go to your wife and
Oh, no, you see, you have to know who you are married to. Issue. I cause you fear. I drink. Me cheat. I me dey fear come worry. Who should I go to? You, my wife, of course. If you know what, you mean them.
But you know, we have some women there are some women growing up, they were not exposed to certain
So you have
things.
to say it's
You know, we have some women growing up, they were not exposed to certain things. They were into certain life, which they went into this datings and others. So when you marry, imagine you've married a virgin. and you a man, you have been going around cheating or doing all stuff, and you've met such a lady and you marry her. When you worry about saying who say that kind of things now open on to me, and that's how soon the man say now worry no.
Say unknown to now I will say who where the any need who come on. Say you sex into now worry no. But now no sex now by idea who here to bend.
So you should discuss.
Good.
And then try and work it out. Sometimes it works.
Good.
Oh yes.
But one can nipa no so himself your best and so be an enko be.
Okay say Mira mempene so a. Okona koya do baby obese. But say okay. Matias go ahead.
But do you have some women now?
I said, "Oh, Jean Shira to go and do evil."
Evil.
That is what it looks like.
I don't think that kind of women are in Ghana.
They are.
It is evil because adultery is sin.
If only you say unya way. Sarah chini made my Abraham's own dino. Because Sarah away.
Baby ni Ghana how?
Maybe. In the days of David, would the chair a one chanya and your bonnet? David ebe wono na Solomon mama wo. They married big one, but they went out there and bringing what a virgin. I didn't hear. Communication. Now
it's like you endorse what you are saying.
I'm endorsing saying. So we
believes in polygamy.
Okay.
U partner enya way now we are. That's when I listen. The way be and because right now you guys are no more.
But Oba be be man ho kwan.
Say what you worry no.
Yeah.
So una makobi ma kwan.
Yeah, some people definitely.
Yes. Una makobi.
We have some people they can do anything here.
So the young girl should rather advise the man to go to the wife
and apologize. Maybe.
Confess your sins to your wife. Mira, according to your baby, about them, fetch me. Because for all you know, woman on 5 years, making you on prayer grounds. Or bomb parody, but make no now close with the tray. So there's no way God will bless your husband while he is sinning.
It's true.
Okay. You see, some of these stories.
Yeah.
I think that we
Kuba, are you done?
I'm done, please. I'm done.
And then
So
the
some of these
Kupali bio.
stories, I think that we stand on top of the story without checking the foundation.
Yeah.
Why are we so sure the woman is so good? Why are we
Which
so
woman?
The wife.
or the man?
The wife.
Why are we so certain that she is prayerful? Why are we so certain she is
We
so
are just
good?
saying-
We're just opening our minds.
It's assumption.
It's assumption, yeah.
Now, the man is taking the side chick to parties to have fun.
And they're not done. No.
So what I'm saying is that no, it's
Some
not love. It's not love. But it's
Prof, you know some men are selfish.
Yet.
Sometimes it's two things. Sometimes their wives are worse. So because of that, it pushes them to go into to find comfort. Sometimes no, there are some men that are married that they hardly even talk to their wives because their wife doesn't even open up. As on hey,
yes,
every day
it's
there's
true.
fight. So he doesn't even want to come home. So I'm coming. So those men no, they stand to say, Nami, if you're not me so when he gets a woman. Baby or the neighbor call. So I'm saying two things, baby or the neighbor call. And there are other men too that their wives are so good, but they'll still cheat. Those are selfish men. Do you get it? So it's two things.
Yes, but
it can be.
It can be there.
And American.
Yeah.
So I'm just drawing your attention that.
I understand, but as a man, I'm telling you
Some people,
that the issue is not about baby.
No.
The issue is about that marriage has no joy. That marriage has no peace. If the it didn't start with a baby, it started with a number, then let's go to party.
I said, baby, there's a mistake being
Yes.
There will be a
bonding, yeah.
What if?
That is not at the home. I'm telling you.
What if it is? So it's two
Yes, sir.
things.
So
Let's
yes,
not.
two
I'm
things,
just saying
yeah. So,
because I've seen
Tima,
some
you know,
before.
yeah,
There are some men.
Okay, let's deal with the two probables.
two
we
probables.
shouldn't like we
Just
shouldn't.
decided.
Prof,
Tima,
we shouldn't be biased. You can't too
Tima,
because
do you know?
Yeah, we are talking
Tima,
about
do you
the two.
know?
equally
because
there are some men that their wives are so good they will still go and cheat. Oh no, in nature. And there are some men too. Oh, my wife attitude is so bad.
Yeah.
It pushes them away.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't even want to see their because every day.
Now I personally know Obama.
Tima.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like, yes, slapped her
Yes.
like 2 hours. I'm like a year sinner. Or then a year Cassan talk by them. Pum. A year na say.
So this one.
And till today, on then a year, but or Debbie Oka say, I've not forgiven my wife. Debbie Oka.
No. It been the last week. Me can't. He was the last 2 weeks. We can say, "Ma, Papa, how fear why do you people just can't?
Or your elder in
Wah, I say me out. Oh yeah, then.
With this story, I know a lot of men are listening, and married men are listening. Married men must have certain clause around, say, this cheating thing is a dangerous thing.
Regardless.
Also, I don't want to catch it. Also, let me tell you something.
Okay.
A lot of men are going through pain,
and
they can't talk about it because in this culture, Bema Kasa Eka Nihia Samoa,
yeah, definitely.
So a lot of men are going through torture that they can't talk about, and for that reason, they act abnormally, excuse me to say sometimes. But when you say that, this thing, let the men take coach. How many men, as a man of God, be very sincere, how many men have come to you and opened up sincerely that Bema may break?
It's not common.
I'm telling you.
But let me say this.
I'm telling you that as men,
as much as
a lot of people are dying within.
In as much as it's not common,
it doesn't guarantee you cheat.
Guarantee you.
No, I know you. I'm just saying that if you feel it is not, you just sit down and leave. It's better to leave
like
than to say, I'm going to cheat because
you agree
God
that
doesn't bless you with
because
that.
it's better not to stay to die. You understand? But only that cheating then effect it's too much. The effect is too much. The effect, especially when you are with a wife, you have kids, and when your love, no attention, when you see something new or new, you enter into something. Your heart, your attention is different to them. You slightly forget, and your responsibility becomes more bigger.
But what if the man is polygamous?
If the man, which is a bad attitude, that the man must stop.
Polygamy is bad attitude.
No,
as for that one,
when you are married, you didn't discuss with your wife. So if you are polygamous,
but Kupali says for that maybe there can be a discussion.
Here's the reason I'm saying that.
Me, I am on the.
Just be faithful to me. I leave the wife
because
Intina make us a communication, saying the truth before you enter into the relationship or the marriage is important.
Now, because one of the problems we are also
there was. So listen to
it's
this.
True.
Please, my producer says we are crashing, so one at a time. I beg today, dear. Hey,
I say we say cascade ni mo a enka we enya asam da. I'm telling you, asem we eye hia asem ntia. Say yo sikeni asem a anka asem we emba da.
It's true.
Ohie na asem pe na ye ka.
So I'm there's a lady that in the beginning she and her husband, they really started from a humble beginning. In the beginning, no kofanyama or Togo, so like a homa chain. She was selling Cooper chains and those things, those times. Like this is about like 20 years ago, my mother's friend. So whilst at any time she'll be going to church, like the way Kupali said, she was really hard working. And the husband too, those times no, or she Juma, but not only. So it was the woman that was taking care of the house. One thing I loved about the woman is that you won't even know.
Sorry. That
you will not even know that she's the bread. She respects their husband, and that's one thing the husband loved about him. Sometimes it makes the love natural. You don't even struggle. Or chrono. Nobody even knew. Say she was the one that was taking care of the house, the children. She never complained. And every day, everything, all the things that she used to say is that I'm just praying that my husband will get money. I know if she gets money, she'll treat everybody so well. I mean, the kids, they'll go to the best school. So that was her desire. Even though she had money than the husband, she was praying that the husband will have more money than her. It's not like she doesn't, So every day she would go to church. She was praying. She was really prayerful. And the husband got money. In our eyes, the husband got money. When the husband got money,
he changed.
Hey, I was young, but like the woman used to come to our house to come and cry. And my mother asked, and she said, say, on one a bomb pie say Nyankopon should give the husband money. Now Sikana ni husband ni nyano. After to the extent that when they built a house, the husband said, say, on to me ni urine in that one room.
Wow.
Intino or man room. No one told me. So he was giving her all the money, but she felt like the love now almost share beginning. It is vanished. Okasa to the point that Okasa cry sometimes when you say catch your help, no me can't. I don't even want to hear your voice. to that extent. He had concubines and everything.
Oh.
So she said,
So it became Solomon.
Yes. So she was talking to my mother and she was crying every day. So she said she was crying that Irade, take your money. I mean, yes, she that was her prayer. She was like, God, I prayed. It was my wish that my husband should get money more than me. Today, take your money so that I'll go back and then we'll be fine because I am not okay. Sometimes she said like beg to say 2 months. The husband doesn't touch. She has to beg, and she cannot go and sleep with other men. People will not even understand. So the husband lost everything. I'm telling you, like this thing, everybody was surprised. Within 2 years, the man lost everything.
And was he humble?
Everything, like he had an accident. He was bedridden. After that, a year 2 months. So the woman said, is it my prayer?
Yeah.
That is when my mother said, you see, no. I mean, you pray to God, you are righteous. So whatever you say, that's what has come through. You are saying, no, so now you are back to
square one.
You're crying, the problem. But Tima,
now the man was more than humble.
Tima, do you know? This leads to why sometimes people must understand that certain prayer requests we pray that God doesn't answer has a reason.
Yes, because
sometimes that was what happened in a time when the Israelites they needed a king, no more bonfire.
So it's not sometimes, all the time.
All the time, good. Into all
Every
the time,
unanswered prayer is
very good.
yes.
Because sometimes
so why did God answer her to give her the money?
Sometimes the pressure. It has happened in the Bible when people needed Saul, they were pressuring God. They needed Saul as a king, and God allowed the people to get the king, and they realized what they went through.
It's painful, like
but too. So there's another thing per your story is that the character of the man.
It's no. Sika exposes people.
The man himself was not just humble or anything. We have a lot of men.
My father told me that if you want to know the real character of a man is when they have money,
power, and having a good woman.
But is it?
Don't judge a man when they don't
the male, or you mean mankind?
No, I'm talking about like
mankind.
Man
or mankind.
Bema.
If you're back,
but what about Oba?
Oba, sometimes if they are in love,
Tima, every human being, the statement should be that every human being is tested by money and power and authority.
Yeah.
Every human being is not Bema and Oba. Minimum Oba bia or no so krom hey. Nukuno and then in the shade jumem. A funny fee sebi street mu and in the shade jumem. Etete no treni juma. Mami say you and ye no. Mami say you and ye say ya. Yini fee baby no mote and in the bar sebi a good and rich place and that's unim the other panende. What is happening to the man today? So that is why I'm saying that. You see, it's not when you say man. I was bemo. Nipa su any bang and the empire Bobby Oha. Oh, ba na nyame on answer ya. It is because God loves you. Nyame chrewa na waso na edin. Last 2 weeks I came here and said, I know somebody who prayed 7 years for a child. In that 7 years, I told her that God is saving you. No visa mekan kwase. The second year I said God is helping you. Or say I call him on Nanyansen in the dream. And today is the day they sat and divorced. Today is the day they were sat and divorced. And I asked that, do you remember what I was telling you? Or say I now appreciate God better. So I have a sermon. The unanswered prayers of God is the act of his mercies. I'm telling you often. Me say, let me tell you something that is very harsh but very true. Anything anybody is going through, they deserve it until they get what they are asking for.
Wow.
Anything anybody is going through, if you are praying for marriage, you're not getting, you are praying for money, you're not getting, let them get it. When they get what they are praying for, you will see the true character. Meaning will be away fasting and prayer bomb pie bear 40 days for Bema. Unya kunu, no kunu cry a trash cramano. Went on mountains and broke bottles. When she got married, the husband is like a trash to him. I know people who have prayed for money when they got money. Sabi. And there are things when we were coming out having a discussion with Selassie, and I said, you see, one of the biggest problems with us, we don't even know our God. Yet as a Christian.
We have inherited Christianity.
And there are certain prayers you won't pray.
Oh, yeah.
There are certain decisions you won't make. So I'm telling you. So this lady that you are saying that was praying that in that time, in all the prayer, did she ever sit to ask God, what is the response of my prayer? Do we even pray and ask God that empire now will bono?
Maybe she
what is the response?
Maybe she even provoked God with a lot of things, then God just did it for her.
Because there's three wills of God in the Bible. The Bible one. Pleasing will, good will, and perfect will. Most of the answers you get in prayer is the pleasing will. Mohaya miadrin.
Not the amount.
Amotete no. Enti moyan kwala nti na amotete no nti no. No the amamosa or the mamusa na mudeku.
Yeah.
But the perfect will of God comes with peace and joy.
Very true.
You understand? So most of the answered prayers you get is cry baby answers. Cry baby. So God acts in his pleasing will. And that is a branch of the vine. You understand? So you need to understand which kind of God am I worshiping. Nyame ben pa na me se imagine to me ame sumning. Nyame ben ni no suit saying, ne bind to saying. How does it work? We shouldn't. I've come to a place where I don't really care when I'm saying the truth. I don't care. You don't fool yourself with this, your Christianity and I'm praying and mommy. A time will come. You will see that what you are doing, there's consequences of that. Even your prayer. Now, how do people go to Jesus and say, teach me to pray? Were they not praying?
We're praying.
John the Baptist had a Bible school.
Yeah.
His disciples said, teach us to pray like John the Baptist teaches his people. They had a whole Bible school, prayer school, but they were getting it wrong. So you can be in prayer, praying so much, but sister, you are getting it wrong, and God is even trying to beckon on you that, sister, you are getting it wrong. But still, that's what thing or don't you understand? Then the man got money, and then God showed him small shaggy, and he became humble. Then you knew the true person of who God was and what he was protecting you from.
But you didn't see it.
They means that God was trying to work on his pride and all these things.
Yes.
And people are going through whatever they are going through because they deserve it. God is asking you, sister, check yourself. Are you sure you are not prideful?
Are you
truly sure?
If you are also humbled, but
sister, I'm telling you. How do you know somebody is humble when you don't have what you have got?
But Prof, you must also understand that it's not everybody who is in that waiting time that when the person gets the answer will be arrogant or proud.
We have
some people, most of their delayance is to glorify God. For example, I see there are some people God want to use their situation as a testimony to others. There are some people, as you said, what you've been through, what you've gone through in life, the certain things you face in life. Today it gives you confidence to speak with testimonies. Or because God wanted you to go through so that he can use you to help others.
God was breaking me. He will break you first. A broken heart and a contrite heart. That's God. That's what pleases God. So until you are broken, and the breaking of a person is not human beings measure. And you
can be broken for 10 years.
You can be broken for 50 years.
Okay, Tima.
So like you can be until God sees that measure.
I want to say this. Something dropped back to our story that we were talking about the lady. One of the things I think has dropped is that since the lady became pregnant, it seems there is something happening, which maybe she's not noticing, where she's going through financial constrained, the man is also going through, I think that she must pray for mercy. Because how things are.
We all don't know the prayers of the wife.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's what I'm saying. Because we have some people, yes, who also go through what she goes through, and then it's difficult. They are there. Normal.
I was just about saying that. You see, when you say negative spirit, why do we always say negative spirit, but we don't talk about positive spirit?
That's what I'm saying. That's why my words are sided. And that's why I'm sided. That's why I know the young people. But prof. Obano change now happen around no. You risky. Do you know? I knew of a lady who went to pick she got impregnated with somebody's husband, and this lady became pregnant for 13 months. 13 months. No knowing, said the wife no, every time or bathroom. She was just praying. Said, "Obana wam with the nikun na nyema waji omaniji free fee no obana mbre."
But why is it that so Bonisia and your banner pe I feel that we are in a masculine environment and it is so painful. Say every time two people will sin and your unipa back open.
You are the receiver.
Oh, but
you knew I'm married, so why do you accept my proposal?
You didn't know.
No, so once I've come and I didn't know, and I'm
what are you talking about?
I'm weak. I have come. No, I'm just saying I'm weak. I've come, and I've come to propose to you.
And she's weak.
And the weak and weak. Then you face the consequence like what she's facing. Because you know, if Yamba Matthias yes say this lady Ninyoma or happen now, no, she needs to pray about it and advise herself and make sure that I believe when this girl even gives birth, they will continue with the relationship. Not one she in Kuala Lumpur, a better to also be good first.
Then it could be say Beman and Ninji na worry. It's so communicate with your wife. Now if you are not happy, just walk away.
Walk on away and easy how.
You said
I don't believe the man when you're happy.
You don't believe the man is not happy.
Because one say man awo ewo ma and oye say with makasa. But we only ba. Why say? And I say nya ho kire na aba ankom ba kola no.
Yeah, Castor.
It's na make us or girl no because on any pie on it like he shows the girl off.
But when Jindo say Ocean for Florentin and no yenisa.
Oh, there is someone who still.
The areas in
No.
And he said, "Abi and a man and a child and some man in way."
But then and you saw quite soon and Kananka is a guy in sofa. Like the way I preaching.
Say Abia areas and you'll be an obaso beware. And you'll be an El Bible and I'm a and to say Bia, all call wareno. Sabi spirituality you as so we share moody. So you see, that's why I keep saying that the issues no. Yan shasi. Wo ko ware a sunsun mu no ya hwehwem hwe se oba ne fie ne tesen be man ne fie ne tesen awo wo ho awo ni ho nipa me ware nankasa no oye hwan sunsun ben. Do you know one of the things that prospered Joseph in Egypt was the woman he married? If you do spirituality, you tell you the woman was a goddess of fertility. That is who Joseph married, and that woman prospered the man.
Okay.
Until you are all the Honko and ye be act no kwao.
I'm not cutting you. Please let me announce the phone lines that you continue. 030-221-6568 030-221-6567. This is Hit 103.9 FM, and tonight has been a really heated one. Okay, so Prof, you on the.
So I was saying that you see, and yet it may not necessarily be that because she cheated.
And Tina.
With the man or he cheated with the man. Spiritism comes in.
Yeah.
Biana made a waiter or a waitress. Waitress. Ni fear no. What the who can it take? But you get financial problem. Okay. Whether she is married or not.
So then this leads to what I say, that there are effects in cheating.
No, it's not. I'm not gonna cheat. No, me say.
Oh, best a bear man. Who say they can make you see to say urban spirit be one if you, which is 100%. A bit me aba. Say maybe if you don't who can pay. Ntika bear man ka wawari. Nka what na we year who. Nka we won't go and face that financial because we a baby can a year.
Yes. So faithfulness, no, would have saved him. But what if he went to do it to somebody who has prosperity? Will you have said the same thing
another time?
Okay, so let me announce the phone lines again. 030-221-6568. 030-221-6567. Please, when you call, make it snappy. I beg you, like 60 seconds to each person. Okay. 030-221-6568. 030-221-6567. Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, Nana. So, my first is will be any time. No, be a question. So, what if the lady who was a passport one, and a year, it wouldn't still make it right. Whether say year or year, it wouldn't still make it right. And your mistake is when you don't know. Now, when you are fully aware, you make your choices. That's the consequences in the bar. Carry your cross. You see, I'll be saying anything. You're in tune for so on your day. I don't understand. You are normally on my bed. They should deal with it. Me, it's just the wife and she's the concern to me. Because I don't know what's going to happen to her when all of this, she finally finds out. As for Nikune, Nesai Canadian, they should carry their cross. Also for Munina, Maka, and Obemo, you say, hey, you sit here, no, only free. You say, BBC, sir. You're starting to take responsible sexually men. Won't say, that is why a lot of people want to get money. Because when you so you get away with a lot of things, especially men. You can't see you this year. If you enjoy and sit here, any the way I share your man, then maybe something good will happen for all of us. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you so much. That was a brief one. 030-221-6561. 030-221-6568. 030-221-6567. Yes, 030-221-6568. 030-221-6567. We're live on our Facebook page, Hits 103.9 FM. Please, when you call, 60 seconds each. And I pray that you would understand by the time we're done with the story. Not to forget, I'll leave the numbers too across. It's very important. 030-221-6568. 030-221-6567. Thank you so much for tuning in to Hits 103.9 FM. And also we're live on our Facebook page, Hits 103.9 FM. Okay. So we're still discussing this issue and baby mama, side chick, adultery, cheating, husband snatching,
wife snatching,
selfishness. No, I'm talking about this particular story.
Right.
So all the things, like, it's about 10 or 9
counts.
Yes,
Yeah,
in one story. So many things. And two parties are involved, both the man and the woman. The man made the move, the woman also agreed, so they are in it together. And you say will be company, they all agreed. So now when the backlash came, the 50%, even from God, the man has lost everything.
Even from who?
From God.
Which God?
Our God.
Very true.
Why are you?
Which I concur with you.
Why are you putting God in the equation?
God, see, we all
it's something
don't know.
God doesn't
something
like.
God doesn't like.
But there are so many other things God doesn't
He
like.
has lost
But this is also
everything.
part of it.
Maybe because of some prayer the wife is praying,
It's
or
also
because
part
the
of
wife
it.
has a clean
I
heart.
don't like when God is painted
you know
like
what?
that, too.
No, immediately she got pregnant.
Yeah, things
she
are
herself,
changing.
She said she was surprised.
Yes.
The man really had money, spreading and everything.
But immediately everything.
But what if
Isn't God
On earth,
God is working.
on earth, it's not God. On earth, men are gods. Do you understand? Men are also gods. And so your spirit and another spirit can cause a negative reaction. That will have nothing to do with the creator God.
It's true.
But we always
maybe
refuse that.
with this one, it is not crashing. But
why,
maybe it is
but
God.
why will you say maybe it's God?
Because God hates adultery.
God hates murdering. God hates lying. God hates a lot of things. God hates so many things.
William said that is one of the things I think the church is not helping. Anytime the church will talk about sin, it is sex.
That is the problem I'm having here. That is the
Yes, true.
problem
That one
I'm
is
having
The
here.
church,
That's a
Lying,
bonibia, yeah, sex.
lying and all those
adultery
things.
is the only sex the church knows.
That is the only sin I hear everybody talk about.
What about killing of babies, abortion?
Abortion.
And
They
I
be
make
talking about
anytime
Oh,
also
no,
for
no, no, no. It's my 90% of bonne is sex.
Sex.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Lying,
talk about abortion too.
lying
yes.
is God hates. On the Bible, I say a lying tongue, God detests.
Yeah.
Pride.
Oh yeah.
False witness.
Pride is something.
Yeah, false witness too is something
and
that
pride,
can kill.
pride is something God says, I will
I'm
fight you
fine, yes,
myself.
God-
Pride. Nyankopon a time ahomaso pochen adultery in the Bible standard. But we
false
create.
witness has killed a lot of people.
Yes.
So
we- we-
him crossing him.
Yeah,
quite
pride na
spiritual
Nyankopon say
thing.
I will resist you na yes spiritual.
But unim obi a otie yɛn bia no.
Let me announce the phone lines
Okay.
again. 03022166568, 03022166567, 03022166568, 03022166567. Please, when you call, kindly make it snappy, like 60 seconds to each caller.
Tima, sex is a spiritual thing. It has a strong covenant. And men and women must understand that God hates adultery. You know, if the man was not married, I don't think we'll have much to discuss about this.
Or girlfriend or crying.
It could. But then actually, when you marry, there is
Miss girlfriend or married, you've not.
And our girlfriend.
I think so.
And
That
that's
is a
Nyankopon so mpe.
but this one, but this one, you've made a vow.
You understand? I mean,
You've
when
broken
our
a vow.
girlfriend and our
You've broken a vow.
Than getting
That is the problem. As the vow, no, na
Marriage
the
is a
problem.
strong thing.
As
Marriage
you know,
is good.
what's a vow? No, what's the dia? So for be be correct, me can media so for ne kind na. Me so me can be because only the vow no most of the time me realizing say at the marriage setting no yeah can into I say obi can they've not even had time to go through and listen to what they say.
Why is that? Pride.
Okay,
Pride.
There's a call on the line.
Hello. Hi, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Hello, Tima.
Yes, I can hear you.
Good evening. Good evening.
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
My name is Obibini. Obibini.
Please go ahead. Okay.
After I'm working, I'm meeting like I said, most to me. It's a meeting. And I said, meeting like I said, a wife or the no come I come in the bar. But Mr. Odi, if you're making a brand with the master, it's hard to go back. Maybe you might drink so, I remember, sometimes I do what's the bear 3 years. Loyal Sana, misunderstood, but you say they bring the matter. After stopping, after is going on. After the first being slow, after that is what you see her. Not first on the other. So, living in is a winner. The mayor and fighting here. Nothing permanent in the oil and coffee. You say, chicken, the oil tire. It should be a new man. You should be on the crowd and so you are very well now. We do not also we will say do it manate. It's a man men think about that. That's what I said. How if I'm only in London, so we do make anything we do make back home.
Wow, interesting. But I think Oh, Obibini, try so from me back. But if you're listening to me, I think you should have a conversation with your wife. Communication is one thing you can never take from every relationship, even our personal lives. Hello, hello.
Hello,
Hi, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Benjamin, Tima.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm really young and I've been listening to shows like this for a while. And sometimes I have like big brothers and big elderly people who are married and are in a relationship and those stuff. And I think some of them almost start here, sena like almost share adina sen AF, but omunya could do movie na ko to say bibia sisa bibia is different na almost by na say ba ni sa so a na I say boys ni so ade omu at first no omu hu ni sabi no mo twehwe omu in general so no if they pass like they see those things and they cheat, is it their fault or is the lady's fault?
Both of you, your fault.
Why?
Simple answer.
But it's the lady that changed, not the guy.
So what happened to you talking to the lady? It's communication. Communicate. If something is not going well, communicate. Maybe also a reason why she or he is doing that. So communicate and then you come to a conclusion. Do you understand? Because there are some people that maybe they are with their partners. Their partners don't give them attention. Their partners see them. They will never tell them. So hey, you are looking beautiful. No hugging ba, no kissing ba ni adie. Intima yes ana cool partner nekra. Ono so on to me nka and or they are sharing because of you so can or share. Ebia one day be your kind na no say okay. Let me keep quiet. Intino ordine ho cameo. Intino talk to the person, let the person come out. So, babe, when him say, oh yeah, dear man, yeah, because sometimes I feel like me who nyawa kono, intina misumiti me baby. Then you come. Oh, it's not like that, Cora. I'm sorry. You have concluded. Do you understand? But if you don't talk, then I'll be. You would assume every day. My husband says, assumption is the mother of all fuck ups. Excuse my language, but it's true. If you assume, you will always be wrong because you don't know what the next party is also thinking. Never assume in life. Ask the right questions. You get the answers and we'll move forward. Do you understand me?
Yes.
It's at fault. Okay. Why?
You.
Okay.
You're
welcome.
Question.
Okay.
Nyankopon wasasana.
Onsesai.
Lady ya semia papa ni lady ya kode anyi say abemwa finance na say.
Oh, sorry, someone is on the line. Hello? Hello? Please, your voice is very low. I can't hear it.
We can't even hear.
Hello? What? Obibini, please, can you get closer to your phone or the device? Okay, let's hear you. Let's hear you.
Yeah. No, I'm saying something. So my light up. So I said, I didn't hear me say, nah, it's serious. Me come into them China. It's serious. I'm going through about nothing.
What are you going through? Tell me.
My wife is like me. Is telling me.
But have you had a conversation with her? Have you sat her down?
Nah. I have now person I have to talk to her.
Okay, Maminja number, no why. 05566.
Yeah, since the last time you give it to me.
Okay, so why didn't you
I'll
text
call
me?
you.
Okay, you can WhatsApp me. Let's talk,
yeah.
okay? So that will do your story. Don't worry. You're welcome.
Thank you.
God bless you.
All right.
Obaya Ochiridakon on TikTok says, give shout outs to Matez. Okay, so Matez. Obaya says hi. And Professor says, how can you give attention when each time you feel like you are in interrogation?
Let me see a question.
Okay, someone is on the line. They are not allowing us. Hello.
Question.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Kofi.
Kofi, let's hear you.
Question. Most times, I think all the time hear you people say that women have empathy is automatic, it's natural to them, right? And you people say that they understand
Which
women.
people? Which people?
Oh, even on this studio class, sometimes they say it, especially. I'm using it to make a point. They say that women, because they carry babies and all that, they are the emotional people. Naturally, they are generally the emotional people. They are the ones who have Tima and all those kind of things. And most of the time, when we shift it and it's about the men, we think they don't have it at all. So this is my question. If we are saying women are all this, and that is how God made them, and it's automatic, and they are the ones who understand themselves better, aren't they the people who are supposed to be each other's keeper and understanding much better that, oh, this is another human being who is a woman, and I'm going to be with the husband and is going to break her? Aren't you people who are the ones who are supposed to understand this and do right by yourselves? I'm saying this because, look, pray as a human being, pray that you meet a good person. You meet a good person, because a good person that will do good to you. Empathy is not automatic. It's not everybody who have it. Do you understand? So this thing, this lady, if she understands this, and you people say all this about women, I'm not sure she would do this to another fellow woman. When you read the story, she's enjoying what she's doing until there was whatever financial issues. She's enjoying what she's doing. She doesn't even care how it will make the wife feel. And fun of her. Do you understand? Charlie, let's pray that we all meet good people. Good people that they are flaws, we can handle them and make the most out of the little perfection we find in them. That is what we should look out for. Not general assumptions and attribution to people. Because it's not everybody that have it. Let's look for good people. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you so much. I like that. Yeah, we should look for the good in people than doing a lot of negatives. I'll come to you. I'll come to the studio. So I think we'll pick our final call and then final call. Hey, my producer.
Sofu.
Okay.
Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
Or the same Yankupon, you can ask them so no wapanish papi. All financial crisis, man.
Aye, or in Yamina.
The same Yamias.
The same Yamina.
Abraham on any made the Diane.
Yes.
Osanya estate or paradise.
Yes. Yes.
David. Moses. Sanko Fuina. The same Yamie. Now then no mono on Yamian Panishom.
Good.
Financially near day.
But Unim, this is what we need to come to understand.
I'm asking somebody's question that's texted.
Yet, say Obiye Bonia.
That person wants to be an adult.
So Obiye Bonnie, Prof. So Obiye Bonnie, Nanasa of Folly wronger.
We have just 3 minutes.
And it doesn't mean say such a person send a punishment and I'm back out openly for everybody to see her. You can't tell me maybe Abraham was not punished. Yes, he enjoyed that, but Abraham mistake or there are consequences of
all
it.
Those Solomon and those people, they
there are
really
consequences.
pass through.
There are consequences.
I can't talk near a sea and catch on one. It's not about Obetuno Hofo. Now, because young come a Bible, it was in the Bible.
No, but I mean,
Abraham, no.
Let me take final words. We have just 3 minutes.
Okay, the final words.
Yes.
I'll see. Per the last caller, no. The words be touching me that my be realize ya be hu say nipa kra ye be ma yo ba na wo hia oba papa na wo hia be ma pa na unya oba pa na netia ai say wo so ne mu yi enye se unya oba papa na kunu papa eno nche se unim good selection ana bibi na eye utina ediaboa because it's not easy to get good people on this earth. Ni papa ndoso. It is a no be tie me no wonya ni papa bema papa efiera papa tenant papa wonya church papa wonya pastor papa. I believe you must hold those people in high esteem because ni papa ho ehun yedin. And then the lady now or your subject of this matter we want to advise you. I will tell you that go and apologize and pray to God to forgive you. Make sure you move away from this man. Let him take his responsibility of the
All right.
child
Okay,
and don't go
thank
into
you.
relationship again with him.
Will you leave a number?
My number is 0544 000296 0544 000296.
Thank you, Selassie. Final words.
Okay, so I think that this lady should raise the child on wakwala no raise it ebano. And I think that Papa no so on working on the marriage on any year marriage. It looks like the marriage is not, they are not in a healthy place. And so they should find the wife of the husband should find the healing she needs after this trauma the husband has put her through. And I pray that they all find the healing and love they all need. That's what I'll say.
Thank you, sis. Prof.
What I would say is that, like I said before, keep the child. The child could be your greatest blessing. The man should ask forgiveness by using Psalm 51. David's prayer was that, I have not sinned against a man, even though I have killed somebody's husband. It is you, God, I have sinned against. And ti onsre nyankopon ehumobo entonoso na one ne yere enkasa. Yensre nipa bonefeche. Yesre nyame bonefeche. Na yene nipa akasa. Se entiase bemu a yeda nyame ase. Se entiase ambemu a na so ombekọ separate ways a na yahwe kwan a yebefa so a eno sa separate ways no emu aya asomdwe. Then God can bring restoration, because Yankopon de se no na ye Moses ni Abraham Yankopon de a sa nyame no obetimi ama man no enya restoration, obetimi ama ne yere no enya ba, obetimi ama lady ya onyimi awo brempon. Emma at the end of the day no yeah ade dot ni na ibusa say na nyanya me pa kire ni ye nipa de ya adwene ya kire nyame enenim.
Okay, are you going to leave your number, please?
Oh, my number is 0244 856 983 0244 856 983. God bless everybody.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Yeah, Tima. Yeah, like I said earlier on advice man, na man on the need on it's very important. That is all. And also, if you don't know Jesus Christ as a Lord and personal Savior,
we are going to heaven.
Thank
you.
I like that.
Are you going to leave your number?
Yeah, my number is 0243 751840. Thank you.
Thank you to our people. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today has been so amazing. I didn't even see the time was really going anyways. But God bless you for always trusting us with your issues. These are real life situations that people are going through. So as you listen and as you comment, you're blessed. One thing I don't take for granted is your comments on social media. It keeps me going, and it makes us know that what we are doing is really beautiful and amazing. We're touching lives. When somebody shares their story, the comment alone makes the people know what to do, and I don't take it for granted. God richly bless each and every one of you. If you're having any issues, you can send to the number 055 6614 055-66-14127 on WhatsApp. But please don't call me after 9 p.m. I beg you. Before 9, I'll pick your calls. I beg. 055-66-14127. Send me a WhatsApp and I'll definitely reply you. Abnacho, I love you too. Thank you so much. Oh yes, Casti, I need rest. That one day you don't have to tell me, I know. So God bless you, and I love you all. And let's keep loving. As we said, let's find the flaws in people and still love them regardless. God richly bless you. Bye.